dreaming. Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm woke, everything that I see ain't what it seems, man. I guess I've been dreaming. Cause now that I'm here, what I feel motivates me with reason. I guess I've been dreaming.
We about to get it in. Oh, y'all know we about to get it in. Oh, peace and love to all the guys and goddesses and the high vibrating species on the planet. What it is, what it do, good people. How y'all living, man? Come on in, man. Welcome back to the channels and stuff. Y'all mean. Alright, so yo, you know what I'm saying? Academics, you know what I'm saying? I see you, peace and love. You know what I'm saying? I see y'all out there, you know what I'm talking about? Have a seat. Yo, so we got this SCP, we still SCP-Y, of course. Peace and love to you. You see? We got SCP-Y-40. We got the 40 out here. So, you know, we got number 4 for the numerology. We're going to bust that thing down in just a second. We got Mirth, Gift of Winter. It's a character. From the thumbnail, it look like a little goblin to me, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna see. We're gonna see what Mirth, or who Mirth is, or what Mirth is, or we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Let's get to this numerology, because we do got a partial 30 in the clip, you know what I'm saying, as far as the vision is concerned. So we go, you know what I'm saying, a little bit over that, as far as, you know what I'm saying, with my reaction, of course, you know what I'm saying? So let's let's not drag this out, shall we? Yeah, get them out the way, because I already know as soon as I set them down right there, they're gonna get right in the way. So let's just throw them up there, shall we? Throw them boys right up there. If there go. Okay, there we go. Thank you. All right, so what was that? What card is that? Oh no, I don't need that one. All right, so we got four. So we got feminine in energy, the planet Uranus, and to sum it up, it's individuality and revolution, and that's the labradorite stone right there. You know what I'm saying? For the stone that correlates with the planet. All right, and we got Aquarius in the 11th house. And the positives for the number 4 is hardworking, diligent, punctual, honest, down to earth, exacting. We got disciplined, economical, organized, loyal, detail oriented. All right. So for the negatives, we got dull, crude, moody, violent, harsh, destructive, overly stern, rigid, hateful, insensitive, melancholy, cruel, brutal, and slow to make decisions. For the occupations, TV, radio personality, an aviator, engineer, computer expert, hypnosis, farmer, a bricklayer, electrician, printer, an occultist, accountant, architect, mason, janitor, factory worker, plumber. I'm not sure we're gonna get any of those with this guy here, but we might get some tidbits. Rulership of odd and unusual buildings. This thing may be popping up in I don't know. We'll find out though. We got some nuclear plants, generators, power stations, mental institutions, radio and TV stations, railway stations, assembly lines. The colors are electric shades, half tones, the Emperor's card for the tarot, if you're into such a thing. And that's the authority, ambition, material stability, symbolizes the power of the mind in the social world. Yeah, peer pressure the mother, ain't it? So that's the numerology for it this evening. Let's get to Mirth, man. Let's see what Mirth is about. You know what I'm saying? So Academy, so hope you got what you need, because I do. And without further ado, let's get it what they do. You know what I'm talking about? Bust. That thing busting.
Item number SCP-Y-40. Object class.
What you got?
Keter.
SCP-Y-40. What you got?
Special containment procedures. All known SCP-Y-040 manifestations and their aftermaths are to be rigorously monitored, secured, and studied to prevent widespread exposure.
Look. Off the bat, he said rigorously. We got for the negatives, we got the word right here. You know what I'm talking about? Already,
due to its anomalous effects. Due to the highly disruptive nature of SCP-Y-040's activities and its unpredictability, the following containment protocols are to be implemented. Thermal surveillance. Thermal imaging systems are to be deployed across major population centers within baseline reality. Surveillance is designed to detect cold spots indicative of SCP-Y-040's approach to a target location. These cold spots measure approximately 3 feet in diameter and exhibit movement patterns consistent with autonomous entities. If a cold spot is identified closing in on a structure, Mobile Task Force Zeta-0, Bad Bunch, is to be dispatched immediately to intercept the anomaly. Incident Response Protocol. Once a cold spot is confirmed, task forces equipped with infrared tracking devices and containment-grade thermal barriers are to secure the area. Civilian evacuation is a priority, with all affected individuals relocated to a secure perimeter no less than 500 meters from the target structure. While thermal barriers may slow SCP-Y-040 entities, no methods have been fully successful in halting a manifestation. The goal is to minimize civilian casualties and public exposure via preemptive evacuation. Post-manifestation recovery. After the 15-day anomalous event concludes and the target has disappeared, personnel are to secure the wreath left behind at the site of the vanished structure. Wreaths are collected and transported to Site Y1 for cataloging and analysis. Upon disappearance of the building, these wreaths become entirely non-anomalous and serve as the only physical evidence of SCP-Y-040's activity. All witnesses to an SCP-Y-040 manifestation are to be administered Class C amnestics. Reports of unusual sounds, poltergeist activity, or unexplained cold spots within affected areas must be suppressed using Foundation media protocols. Local authorities and emergency services are to be provided with a plausible cover story, such as structural collapse due to natural disasters or localized gas explosions. Non-anomalous wreaths recovered post-manifestation are to be stored in a secure, non-thermalized archive at Site Y1. Each wreath is to be tagged with detailed records of its associated incident. Active SCP-Y-040 wreaths, if discovered before manifestation, are to be handled with thermally insulated equipment, transported to a specialized containment chamber at Site Y1. Research and preventative measures. Ongoing thermal surveillance remains critical for detecting pre-manifestation cold spots. These anomalies appear approximately 1 hour before SCP-Y-040 wreaths are placed on a structure, providing a narrow window for intervention. Efforts to develop countermeasures to intercept or neutralize SCP-Y-040 entities during this phase are prioritized. Current research includes exploring methods to disrupt the spatial distortions associated with SCP-Y-040. Front organizations posing as emergency response or urban planning agencies monitor neighborhoods with higher frequencies of SCP-Y-040 incidents. Residents are educated on general safety practices under non-anomalous pretexts, such as preventing unexplained phenomena or addressing purported gas leaks. By maintaining these rigorous containment and monitoring procedures, the Foundation aims to reduce SCP-Y-040's impact on civilian populations and gather critical data for long-term neutralization efforts. Description: SCP-Y-040 is an anomalous wreath, composed of traditional holiday materials, such as evergreen branches, holly berries, and decorative ribbons. While visually inconspicuous, SCP-Y-040 exhibits highly dangerous and escalating anomalous properties when used as a decoration indoors or outdoors. SCP-Y-040 disappears entirely between manifestations, but can occasionally be tracked using infrared technology. These sensors detect the cold signatures of a small moving cold spot, believed to be one of the associated entities, carrying a smaller, circular cold spot with a much lower temperature reading, identified as the Wreath. The entity appears to deliver SCP-Y-40 to a random household. Behavioral stages. Stage 1, days 1 through 5. During this initial phase, SCP-Y-40 remains inconspicuous and largely ignored by individuals in its vicinity. There are no overt signs of anomalous activity, aside from the fact that the Wreath can seemingly not be removed from its original set location. Stage 2, days 6 through 10, auditory anomalies begin to manifest. Subjects report faint, localized sounds, such as distant footsteps or soft rustling, which progressively grow closer over time. High-sensitivity recording devices detect distorted audio of cackling, laughter, and faint conspiratorial whispers. These sounds are made imperceptible to individuals within the affected structure without technological assistance. During this period, mild poltergeist-like activity begins. Items may be displaced, small objects inexplicably fall, and food items are found with small, bite-sized portions missing. Temperatures within the structure fluctuate, with noticeable cold spots detected using thermal imaging. Some individuals report the sensation of breathing on exposed skin, particularly around the legs, at a height of approximately 3 feet. Stage 3, days 11 through 13. Physical interactions intensify. Cold spots begin to follow individuals, and victims report sharp, painful bites from unseen entities. Infrared imaging reveals small, humanoid figures approximately 3 feet in height. These entities exhibit sharp teeth and hyper-aggressive behavior. Attacks escalate to include objects being violently flung at individuals, resulting in injuries. Victims report entities clinging to their legs or backs, inflicting
Okay, well, for the record, that motherfucker right there ain't damn 3 feet.
significant damage through biting. Attempts to repel these entities through physical force produce audible impacts, confirming their semi-corporeal nature. Entities display remarkable agility, scaling walls and entering through windows or small ducts. On day 13, these entities gain the ability to anomalously manifest inside closed spaces, such as closets and cupboards. Stage 4, days 14 through 15. Anomalous activity reaches its peak. Entities exhibit constant aggression, and all individuals within the building are relentlessly pursued. Victims who remain indoors invariably succumb to exsanguination due to continuous attacks. On day 15, the building undergoes a catastrophic spatial distortion event, vanishing entirely along with any remaining bodies. Survivors who evacuate before this event often report observing small, cold spots or faint anomalies lingering nearby, as though observing them from a distance. Rarely, a snow globe is found in a random location within Provisional Reality Y1. These globes contain miniaturized versions of the vanished structure, encased in perpetual snowfall. The globes are composed of an anomalous durable material similar to glass, impervious to all known methods of damage. Addendum Y040-1. Observational Notes. Infrared and thermal imaging confirm that the entities associated with SCP-Y-040 possess humanoid forms and exhibit coordinated behaviors, often whispering to one another in a language yet to be deciphered. Efforts to capture these entities for study have been unsuccessful, as they dematerialize upon the disappearance of the affected structure. Addendum Y040-2.
So what y'all can't get in the joint? You said the reef can't be removed, but I don't know if I heard you say anything about y'all can't go in or not. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it sounds like y'all, you know what I'm saying, a little scared to go up in that thing because y'all know what's going to happen to you. Yeah, that's probably why y'all ain't got no intel for real, because y'all ain't really got up on this thing to really see what's going on for real, other than what you got right now, you know what I'm talking about? Because y'all don't want to, you know what I'm saying, check that out for real. I mean, but then you just say you called the bad bunch, you know what I'm saying? But what's the purpose? What you gonna call them for? Just to stand outside and just until it's over? 14 days, bro, 15 days, and this thing done damn just snatched the whole house. They done put a reef. They done just selected a house out of random, probably because it's probably got some energy in there that they want, that look good to them. You feel me? Through the reef on that, and that's like a portal. You know what I'm talking about? And eventually it really, you know what I'm saying, becomes the house. You feel me? Well, it takes on that energy. You know what I'm saying? The house just becomes it, and it vanishes. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, word that for y'all. I'm trying to word it right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's just what I'm thinking for the most part. Like, because this is like these little motherfuckers bad too. You know, they bad as hell. Don't they? They sound like some little menaces. I mean, for real. So we definitely got the negatives here. You know what I'm saying? So these things are negative as hell. They're cruel. They're brutal. They're insensitive. They're crude, moody, violent, harsh, destructive little motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Hateful and stuff. They biting on you, poking you, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I be thinking that sometime, man. You know what I mean? You just get a random just sting on your leg or something, or on your arm or something like that. You feel me? And then you look and it's like, man, now I'm looking at my arm clearly, and there is nothing there. You know what I'm talking about? But it's I swear, it feel like something just pinched me. You feel me? It be stuff like that I be talking about. That makes this stuff be like, now I wonder. But I'm going to be real with you. It is some stuff like this going on. Maybe not all the time. Sometimes it may just be some health issues. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe just be an itch. But sometimes it is something else on the other side that just scratched you, buddy. You feel me? Yeah, it goes down over here. You know what I'm saying? Especially then with the way that they teach people these days. You let so much stuff into your life that you're not even oh my goodness gracious. So when folks be like, and I had to check myself on this too, and I'm gonna say this, then we're gonna continue. It's like, damn, I'm finna lose it. I guess they don't want me to tell you. So I'll hold it.
2. Snow globe analysis. Examination of recovered snow globes reveal anomalous spatial properties. Attempts to retrieve the miniaturized structures have failed, as the globes resist all known methods of opening. The snowfall within the globes displays no discernible pattern, and preliminary testing suggests a temporal stasis effect within the contained space. Incident Report Y040-PRY1. Location: Residential District within Provisional Reality Y1. Summary: Foundation thermal surveillance detected an anomalous cold spot, measuring approximately 0.9 meters in diameter at 0213 local time.
Oh, thank you, sir. Yeah. Sometimes, like when you say that you haven't made a contract with somebody, sometimes you unknowingly did. Let's just say it like that. It's free will, so things need your agreement. You need to agree, or you need some type of contract. And if I offer you something and you accept it, that's kind of like a contract, right? So it's a gateway. So let's just call them gateway contracts. Like this reef is a gateway contract. So they hang the reef, that's why you can't remove it. Once they hang it, it's more than likely you're gonna have to be on this thing's frequency. And if you can't see it, then that means it's a higher vibration, for one. All right, for two, that means you're gonna have to get on that level in order to remove it. That's for two. If you're gonna do anything about this, you're gonna have to get on that level. Or you're gonna have to do some research to where you can set a physical boundary to where these things ain't doing nothing, that you can't be touched. You feel me? type of stuff. I mean, I do try to explain to you that this is a magical realm. You know what I'm saying? A lot of magical things happen here, and happens right in front of you, and you just don't even realize it because you're not on the frequency, and they don't want you on the frequency, so you can't see what's being done to you. Okay, so it's stuff like this, and a hell of a lot more. Sickening. The real deal. It's going to blow your mind. Prepare to have your minds blown by so many different things, and I can honestly say it's because of the lies that we all have believed in and agreed to and stuff like that. So once you start waking up to the truth, man, you do have to do the work, take that action, and pull out. If it's not that, pull out. Please do. But do your research, though. Due diligence. It's time. Wake up. It's time.
The cold spot was observed moving along an abandoned residential street before entering a dilapidated 2-story home. Mobile Task Force Zeta Zero, Bad Bunch, was dispatched, arriving at the location within 17 minutes.
17
Upon
minutes?
arrival, personnel observed an SCP-Y-40 Wreath incident.
Hold up. Hey, y'all said y'all had a damn hour. You said you had an hour. When the thing manifests, you got an hour to get to 17 minutes. Y'all should have been in the facilities. Goddamn 17 minutes, man. Do you know how many people you, but why? Do you know what can happen in 17 minutes, sir? That's probably why a lot of things that take place in the real world don't get taken care of because it's 17 minutes out. Feel me? Shouldn't be here anyway because you're out your jurisdiction. You know what I'm saying? This ain't Britain. This ain't the British, whatever, but that's that second constitution and all that you got going on. You people shouldn't be here anyway. You shouldn't be here anyway. Doing what you're doing anyway. It's technically kidnapping what you're doing. You know it. I know it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us know it. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, it's stuff like 17 minutes. Boy, come on, man, 17 minutes. And y'all the special units. Y'all the ones that pop up before anybody do. When the crater hit the ground, y'all done already came there, collected the samples, and dipped. Sometime. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes y'all roll up on the police when they done showed up, and then y'all just take over jurisdiction, leave the sheriff looking retarded, like. Cause y'all think y'all got, you know what I'm saying?
Affixed to the interior of the front door. On day 1 of the event, initial observations suggested no anomalous activity beyond SCP-Y-40's presence. MTF operatives staged around the area, however, reported faint, indistinct laughter originating from the house. Analysis of audio equipment confirmed the presence of distorted voices and occasional cackling at frequencies imperceptible to the human ear.
Then it's feeding on you.
By day 7, surveillance footage captured items within the house being subtly displaced.
Yeah.
With utensils appearing to rearrange themselves.
Yeah.
On countertops.
I done had stuff like that happen.
Bite marks measuring 2.5 centimeters in diameter and consistent with anomalously sharp dental impressions discovered on the rations of the MTF operatives stationed outside the house. Multiple attempts to document these occurrences were met with equipment malfunctions attributed to SCP-Y-40's reality-distorting effects. Day 11 marked an escalation. Thermal imaging captured localized cold spots trailing personnel inspecting the house. Agent Dawson reported feeling a
look at that mouth, boy. I don't want to get bit by one of them things, boy. All types of disease.
Following minor lacerations consistent with teeth marks.
Oh, look at his tongue. Look, that boy done bit his tongue off. You understand me? Damn,
no conclusive evidence of the entities responsible.
That bottom jaw is a
motherfucker. Activity reached its peak.
Woo.
Objects within the structure were propelled violently, narrowly missing several Foundation personnel. Agent Rise was thrown into a wall by what appeared to be an invisible force. Simultaneously, cackling intensified, interspersed with high-pitched whispers repeating incomprehensible phrases.
Personnel
observed faint impressions of diminutive humanoid forms in the dust covering the wooden floors, moving around erratically. At 23:59 on day 15, the house was consumed in a spatial distortion event, leaving no trace except for the non-anomalous wreath left behind during the final escalation event of SCP-Y-40. Recovery teams secured the non-anomalous wreath for transport to Site Y1. Incident Report Y040-12. Date: December 1st, 2000. Location: Ohio, USA. Summary: Thermal surveillance identified a cold spot moving toward a two-story house in an otherwise unremarkable suburban area. The cold spot was tracked as it scaled the exterior of the building and entered through a second-story window. Approximately 1 hour later, an SCP-Y-040...
Tell you something. Man, everything on this planet is remarkable. Well, not everything. But the planet. I'm talking about the planet. Because some of the stuff that y'all done did to it is just... Now, that's hideous. Especially when you just keep cutting down stuff and ain't doing nothing with it. You just cutting it down. I get it, though. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rashad Jamal, man. You know what I'm saying? And free to God, man. Free to God. You know what I'm talking about? Because he definitely brought that to my attention when he was talking about them trees and why the things are happening to nature the way that it's happening. Because some stuff just don't make sense to me. But he enlightened me on that, and it brought a lot of light. I'm talking about it shed a lot of light on the stuff that I see in the state that I'm in. Because I see a lot of just hacking of the trees and nature, and these people just leave, and it's just that for years. It's like, why did you cut that stuff down? But now I know. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But hey, man, have y'all noticed a lot of these anomalous activities are happening in America? Obviously, they want to be on, so fuck it. Yeah, in America. Y'all feel me? Hey, it's special over here. You know what I'm saying? I can't front. You know what I'm saying? It's special everywhere, but it's some special cases happening over here right now for, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not just talking about that. Now that the drone thing, that's all over the world. That's not just here for real. That's everywhere, because what's going on the planet is on the planet. So these anomalies and these things that's going on has to be everywhere, right? So let's just get that out of the way. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's stuff like this, man, that just got me just like, and it's right in plain sight, bro. I digress. Let's get it.
Was discovered on the front door
we
by
halfway
agents
there.
disguised as municipal workers conducting a gaslight inspection. Day 3 of the event marked the onset of subtle poltergeist activity.
So what's that? The 4 phases? That's another thing that Rashad said. The 4 phases that matter. So what's that? Solid, liquid, the gas realm. So these things are on the gas realm. You know what I'm saying? So it's solid, liquid, gas, and then the plasma realm. You know what I'm talking about? So these entities are on the gas realm. So you can see gas, but you can't. Depending on where you're at and what you're dealing with, when you can see it. You can smell it before you can see it, obviously. Excuse me. But in some cases, you can see gas. It's faint, but you can see it. Probably closer toward the leak or wherever it is. You know what I'm saying? You could see the fumey looking thing. Smokeless fire. It looks like fire in the air, but it's not smoke. Smokeless fire. Like a gin. Get it?
A family occupying the home reported small objects disappearing, only to reappear in unexpected locations.
Now listen, I done had stuff disappear in my spot. Not the one that I'm in, but in a couple spots that I've been in, but it ain't came back. Like, for real. Like, some shit came up missing, and I'm like, hey, man. Like, and it's like, I had decals for my record labels. You know what I'm saying? My label. You know what I'm saying? And it's like some of my decals came up missing. And it's like, and I just got them. And I had one special one, particular one that I wanted to keep for myself. And I had it just laying on the table one day. And I come in from a show over the weekend. And Everything was there but the decal. Decal was completely missing. There no sign of forceful entry because, I mean, every single thing else in my house was there. Except for that one decal. And I'm like, and I went ballistic over that. Because I'm like, man, what in the fuck? Did something just take my, I mean, for real, had me going crazy. And then I got into the science of what these little things do and why they do stuff like that. Because that brought my vibration down. So they started feeding off my anger, off my energy. You know what I'm saying? So be careful out there, y'all. That's why I say keep yourself protected on all them levels. You know what I'm saying? Because this stuff out here, man, is just, hey, I'm trying to tell you.
On day 6, the
I'm
youngest
trying to
child,
tell you.
a 16-year-old girl, claimed she, quote, felt something hugging her legs while walking through the hallway. Her parents dismissed the incident until scratches resembling claw marks appeared on her ankles the following morning. On day 10, residents began reporting chills throughout the house. Audio devices placed by Foundation personnel picked up faint whispers during the night, though the family remained unaware of the recordings. A particularly disturbing segment of audio featured a distorted, high-pitched set of voices seemingly singing a discordant, jolly tune out of sync. By day 13, the manifestations became openly hostile. The father was struck by a flying vase, resulting in a minor concussion. The mother reported seeing a small, shadowy figure dart across the kitchen before vanishing under a table. Thermal imaging confirmed the presence of multiple cold spots congregating in the dining room. On day 15, Foundation personnel evacuated the family moments before the spatial distortion event occurred. The house vanished without incident, leaving behind the non-anomalous SCP-Y-040 wreath in its place. Family was administered Class C amnestics, and a plausible cover story of a sinkhole collapse was disseminated to the public. Incident Report Y040-22.
Now tell me, now how in the how did that make sense? Unless there's a hole, how does that make sense?
Date: December 19th, 2024. Location: abandoned shopping mall, Birmingham, UK. Location: abandoned shopping mall, Birmingham, UK.
Birmingham, UK, huh?
Summary:
yeah, I heard Birmingham, UK was just as bad as Birmingham, Alabama. You know what I'm talking about? It's busting over there. I heard. And I went to London. I went to Portsmouth, and then we went over to London. You know what I'm saying? I was a kid, child. You know what I'm saying? A couple of months. You feel me? It was busting over that thing. I ain't talking about like that. Now, hey, I did see some, man. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all about it. Man. I seen some stuff over there, bro, going down. So salute to all my people over there in the UK. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all keep doing y'all thing over there. Keep your head on the swivel too. You feel me?
An unusual manifestation of SCP-Y-040 occurred within an abandoned shopping mall. Thermal imaging detected a cold spot roaming the mall's corridors before fixing an SCP-Y-040 wreath instance to the entrance of a former toy store. Initial observations suggested minimal activity. However, by day 5, security cameras installed by Foundation agents began recording small, fast-paced cold spots in thermal imaging. Attempts to enhance the footage resulted in system failures and corrupted files. By day 9, loud banging noises and cackling echoed throughout the mall, originating from the toy store. Day 12 marked a significant escalation. Thermal surveillance captured dozens of humanoid figures, small, shadowy, and disproportionately thin, emerging from the store and spreading throughout the mall. Personnel reported overwhelming sensations of dread and were forced to retreat as objects were hurled in their direction. One operative sustained injuries after being bitten by an entity that was briefly clubbed.
Bruh, they done took over the mall.
It exhibited teeth marks, inconsistent with any known species. On day 15, the mall was consumed by a spatial distortion event. Personnel stationed nearby reported hearing what they described as, quote, carnival laughter, before the structure vanished, An SCP-Y-040 non-anomalous wreath was recovered at the former entrance of the toy store. Analysis revealed faint traces of saliva on the wreath, though no biological markers could be identified. File reference: Incident Y040-12K AGR. Subject name: Jeremy Caldwell. Date of incident. Location: Minnesota, USA. Sensitive content warning. Incident overview. The following narrative was retrieved via SCP-Y-010, Death Knell. After inputting the name, Jeremy Caldwell, and his date of birth, Caldwell, a 56-year-old farmer residing alone with his dog, Hunter, became an unwitting victim of SCP-Y-040's anomalous activity. The Foundation was unable to intercept this manifestation prior to its culmination, resulting in Caldwell's death. Notably, physical evidence recovered from the scene included blood samples belonging to an SCP-Y-040 entity, marking the first and only confirmed biological sample associated with the anomaly. The following is a full death knell of Caldwell's events, narrated by Dr. Stearns, head researcher of SCP-Y-010. Begin log.
The farmer's shotgun trembled slightly in his hands as he scanned the dimly lit barn. The heavy scent of straw, mingled with the metallic tang of blood, filled the air. Jeremy Caldwell wiped the sweat from his brow, his fingers trembling as he adjusted his grip on the old weapon. The laughter echoed again. That awful sound, high-pitched and broken, as if it were coming from tiny, unseen mouths just beyond the edge of sight. His dog, Hunter, whimpered at his feet, tail tucked between his legs, eyes darting toward the shadowy corners of the barn. The cold spots, Jeremy could feel them, were moving again, brushing against his legs like icy whispers. It had started innocently enough. 2 weeks prior, a wreath had appeared on his front door, a simple circle of evergreen branches adorned with small, unassuming ornaments. He didn't think much of it at first. Someone being neighborly, he'd muttered. He had more important things to worry about: fixing the tractor, tending to his crops, and making sure Hunter was fed and happy. Then came the sounds. Quiet at first, like faint scratching at the walls or the occasional creak of the wooden floorboards. By the 6th day, items began shifting on their own. His coffee mug, once left by the sink, turned up in the pantry. A bale of hay was found torn apart in the barn. On the 8th day, Jeremy swore he heard voices, a mix of conspiratorial whispers and stifled giggles, though Hunter never barked, only growled low and uneasy. The cold followed next. Small, shifting patches of icy air that moved through his home and barn like living things. Hunter refused to leave his side, barking at corners and refusing to eat. The laughter grew louder, clawing at Jeremy's sanity, until finally, on the 11th day, he saw them. Tiny figures no larger than a child's doll, but grotesque in form. Their bodies were spindly, their limbs disproportionately long, ending in gnarled claws. Sharp, glinting teeth filled their grinning mouths, and their sunken, beady eyes seemed to burn with malicious glee. Jeremy had shot the first one on reflex, the thunderous boom of his shotgun deafening in the small hallway of his house. The creature shrieked, its tiny body splattering dark, viscous blood across the wall before it disappeared into a blur of motion. The others scattered, but not before one of them latched onto Hunter's back, sinking its teeth into the dog's flesh. Jeremy tore it off, his hands trembling with rage and fear, and crushed it under his boot. The thing left behind a blackened smear, its blood soaking into the wooden floor. The following days were a siege. Jeremy fortified his house as best he could, boarding up windows and doors. He barely slept, the constant cackling and scuttling of the entities echoing in his ears. Every time he thought he had killed one, another would appear, and their numbers seemed endless. The shotgun blasts rang out across the farmstead, each shot followed by a moment of silence, before the laughter returned, louder and more mocking than before. On the 15th day, Jeremy's resolve broke. His house was a ruin, his body covered in bites and scratches. Hunter had succumbed hours earlier, his limp body lying in the corner of the living room. The creatures swarmed now, their tiny claws scratching at his boarded-up doors and windows, their laughter a cacophony of madness. He fired his last shot and missed. The recoil nearly knocked him over as the front door finally gave way. Jeremy Caldwell screamed as they descended upon him, their teeth sinking into his flesh, tearing at his legs and arms. He fell to the floor, his blood pooling beneath him, his vision fading as the cold consumed him. The last thing he heard was the sound of tiny feet dragging Hunter's body toward the front yard, followed by the mournful creak of his home's walls, collapsing inward as if being devoured by the night itself. A distorted jolly song was being sung as the entities watched Jeremy fade from consciousness.
Hey, man. He went out like a G. Salute to Jeremy, man. Jeremy, boy. That boy, hey. Hey, Hunter, you wasn't hunting shit. Garbage ass dog, boy. You coward. You was not man best friend right there, homeboy. You got your, you know what I'm talking about? Like, damn, cuz you was supposed to been getting it in, boy. They your side too, boy. You supposed to be, you feel me? Damn, boy. Hold up, hold on. We got more?
The farmhouse was found missing on following reports of unusual activity in the area. Locals described hearing gunshots, strange noises emanating from the property over the prior days. Upon arrival, Foundation operatives discovered only a single, non-anomalous wreath hanging on a broken fence post at the edge of the property. Infrared scans detected residual cold signatures indicative of SCP-Y-40 entities, though no active anomalies were present. Blood samples were recovered from the barn and the house's remains, later identified as belonging to SCP-Y-40 entities. The sample has since been secured in Site-Y1's bioanomalous storage for ongoing research. Jeremy Caldwell's disappearance has officially been attributed to a tragic farm accident, with local authorities providing a cover story involving a collapsing grain silo. All witnesses to the gunfire or strange occurrences have been administered glassy amnestics. The importance of this death knell cannot be understated, as Jeremy Caldwell is the only person on record with the ability to see the SCP-Y-40 entities and hear them without the assistance of technology. Further analysis of this death knell and Jeremy Caldwell's events leading up to his death are the subject of intense study. The body of Jeremy Caldwell's dog, Hunter, was never recovered. Note: blood sample recovered during this incident remains the only physical evidence of SCP-Y-40 entities. Research is ongoing to determine its composition and potential applications in neutralizing or deterring SCP-Y-40 manifestations. Further thermal surveillance protocols have been expanded to prevent similar incidents. This is Director Waller, signing off on another report at Site-Y1. I hope you consider subscribing to stay up to date with our most recent findings. I eagerly look forward to having your audience in future reports.
Cool. Peace to you, man. That's the Video Academy, you know what I'm talking about. Hey, I appreciate y'all hanging out with us, you feel me? Make sure y'all keep y'all head on that swivel. Do not forget to keep yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally protected out there. Do not let this world drive you crazy. You feel me? Yeah, watch out for stuff being hung on your door or dropped off. You know what I'm talking about? You might be, you know, letting something in your hide. You feel me? That's another thing I was thinking, man. You know what I mean? It seems like these things are just gonna do what they gonna do. Like, they don't give a dang. Like, some entities actually come in once you give them that door, or if the house or wherever you was at already had the entry. Sometimes you're not even aware of that. Most people aren't. Most houses already have the entry point already in it. You know what I'm saying? Via the mirror. You know what I'm saying? But some negative entities, they need to build up, and they need to be able to feed off of energy. It's like the more energy you give it, the more it can do until it becomes like from taps, bangs, slams, things coming up missing. And then ultimately, the poltergeist, where, you know what I'm saying, dishes, stuff starts getting thrown around, furniture, TVs, you know what I'm saying, things come flying off your walls and shit like that, right? So it's a build up for some entities. Some already have that energy and they come in full force, and bow. It's what it is. But what I'm getting at is, like, it's people feeding it the fear of the unknown. You don't know what it is. You know for sure you're hearing something, and every time you get afraid, the more you get afraid, the stronger the entity becomes. So, with that being said, I'm not sure if that's what's going on here. It seems like once they hang that reef, the spot has been selected, the energy inside has been chosen for feast, and they coming. Now, I'm not sure if these things are doing this by in the biddings of someone else, or if these things have been broken down. It is that entity, and just this is how it manifests in so many different breaks itself down, because it's probably too big to come into the realm itself together. So it breaks itself down into multiple little gremlin little things. Listen. It's up for grabs and speculation. Like I said, nothing is off the table when you're dealing with the SCP Foundation, when you're dealing with the SCP Universe, and it sounds like when you're dealing with SCP-Y-40 right here. Yeah, hey, man, little Mirth right here, little buddy got some things going on. Him got an ish. Now, he definitely, excuse me, low vibrational. Out of here. Definitely low vibrational. Negative. All negative energy right there. I'm sure, like I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna write down more, because I got to finish out my list on the planets, so I can get more on Uranus and other planets. So, because I'm pretty sure, just like the last couple of vids that we've done, we've got a lot of hits on the planetary energy. And I'm digging that, you know what I'm saying? Because that's even more, because that's on the outside of numerology. So that's numerology and astrology that we've now incorporated. You know what I'm saying? So, and we've been able to do a little bit of etymology as well. So I'm loving it, you know what I'm saying? Because this is really becoming like a real lesson for everybody, you know what I'm saying? Then it actually keeps me sharp with the information, being able to go through this and then go through all of that and be like, yeah, and be able to remember it all. So when things start happening, like now, you know what I'm saying, won't too much go over your head. You feel me? You'll get it if you're meant to get it. Only for those that's meant to get it. If it doesn't resonate, don't force it. You know what I'm saying? I ask anybody, I implore to anybody to do your own due diligence, you know what I'm saying, your own research, come to your own conclusion, okay? Salute to Dr. Blair for what he says, there is no truth until you decide, you know what I'm saying, what truth is. So you're basically your truth, you know what I'm saying? But I would say have some receipt with that junk, and that's their due diligence, okay? So, yeah, that's what we got, man. Yeah, definitely some negative stuff going on right there, man. So y'all keep that CT on. Remember, it's a war for your mind. We will be back. Yeah, I got some stuff for y'all. So, yeah. Peace and love.